Hello again, everyone. This is Chris Thomas, one of the mortgage experts. In this video, we'll talk about the waiting periods after a foreclosure or a short sale. First, some definitions. A foreclosure is when a homeowner has stopped making mortgage payments and the property is taken away from them and sold at auction. A short sale is when a homeowner sells a property to a buyer for less than the amount that is owed to their current lender. The homeowner's lender agrees to accept less than the amount owed on the mortgage and allows the sale to go through. Here are the waiting periods for a conventional loan in the case of a foreclosure. It's 7 years from the completion date of the foreclosure. However, 3 years is permitted with extenuating circumstances, such as the death of a spouse or a serious illness. Divorce is not considered to be an extenuating circumstance. If the shorter period of time is allowed, there are some additional restrictions. There's a minimum of 10% down, and it's only for primary residences. No second homes or investment properties are allowed. In the case of a short sale, here are the time periods for conventional loans. It's 2 years with 20% down, 4 years with 10% down, and 7 years with less than 10% down. With extenuating circumstances, the time period is 2 years as long as there is a minimum of 10% down. For FHA loans, in the case of a foreclosure, the waiting period is 3 years from the completion date of the foreclosure. However, exceptions to this 3-year period are allowed with extenuating circumstances. The exact waiting period is determined by the individual underwriter. For FHA loans in the case of a short sale, there is no waiting period at all if the borrower was current on their mortgage payment at the time of the short sale and there were no late payments on the mortgage for the 12 months prior to the loan application date and there were no late payments on any other installment debt for the previous 12 months. If the borrower was in default at the time of the short sale, then the waiting period for an FHA loan is 3 years. Exceptions are allowed if there are extenuating circumstances and credit was good up until the time of the default. Here are some other considerations if a borrower wants to get an FHA loan after a short sale. No new FHA loans will be allowed if the borrower pursued the short sale simply to take advantage of declining market conditions and they want to purchase a similar or superior property at a reduced price within a reasonable commuting distance. For VA loans, here are the waiting periods for foreclosures and short sales. For foreclosures, it's 2 years from the completion date and 1 year with extenuating circumstances. For short sales, VA does not have a specific policy regarding short sales. However, most lenders follow the FHA guidelines. Here are some additional restrictions that apply in the case of a foreclosure or a short sale. The borrower must have reestablished good credit, meaning that they had no late payments, collection accounts, or any other derogatory credit for the 12 months prior to the loan application. Also, in order to reestablish good credit, that means they must have used credit. The guidelines mentioned here are only for Fannie Mae, FHA, and VA. The borrower must also comply with the guidelines of the individual lender and, in the case of a conventional loan, the mortgage insurance company guidelines. When you're looking for a mortgage, you need an expert. If you're a real estate agent and you've ever had a deal fall apart, it's time to start referring the mortgage experts to your clients. If you're a consumer looking to buy a house or refinance an existing mortgage, you need expert advice. Call us, Chris and Debbie Thomas, the mortgage experts, and you'll get the advice and the mortgage you deserve. If you like this tip, check out all the tips on our website. Tell everyone you know about the mortgage experts, and call us with any questions you might have.